What's happening, guys? This is Butcher, and this is a video of Death Prophet mid highlights. So I'm gonna go over different team fights, different scenarios from different games of Death Prophet, and go over gameplay, strategy, decision making, and the strengths and weaknesses of the hero. So in this particular clip, I'm showing why Death Prophet Ultimate Level 1 is pretty garbage. It looks cool, you've got spirits, and it looks the same as the 1, 2, 3, but the damage output is significantly less at level 1. So you get just a few spirits, and they're very scattered, and as you can see, they're not doing too much damage. Like I'm spirit siphoning the Troll Warlord here, and he survives because the spirits are not really doing anything. So just because you have an ultimate level 1 doesn't mean you can go and overextend and dive and do all that crazy stuff. Here I'm trying to time the silence to the bruise split right after, which worked out, but then the opponent team gets here because the team fight took way too long. We get comboed, the Lich ultimate bounces around, I get caught out of position, and I get bursted down. As you can see, the Death Prophet ultimate, even though I was around enemies the entire time, it didn't really do too much damage. So the main point of the highlight is to get to level 12 as quickly as possible. So you need to be farming creeps, you need to trying to get levels as much as possible, and then when you get your level 2 ultimate, then you can really focus on fighting and pushing with your team. Don't get too confident just because you have a level 1 ultimate. It's 21 minutes in, the opponents are going for Roche with Troll Warlord. My team is very scattered, so I'm trying to force back the Lina with my ultimate. Although you want to get close to enemies because your ultimate does more damage the closer you are to the targets, it is pretty spread out and you are very fragile since I just have a Yules. I'm trying to save the Juggernaut and now I'm backing off. I get Yuled up, but the Winter Iron ultimate saves me, and I follow up with a 4-man silence. But this just shows that the silence is extremely useful in team fights, and you can save the Yules for defensive or offensive purposes. 24 minutes in, I'm going for Octarine Core, I just need to tank up. So I pop my ultimate for the Troll, I back off to dodge the Lich ultimate, or we get comboed. The Troll is pretty low, so I could chase him down. I have 3 Spirit Siphons. Yeah, so the Troll is the priority. We bring down the Troll. There's no point chasing the Bounty Hunter anymore, so I turn back. My ultimate does heal me after it ends for all the damage that it's done, and I see that it's about to heal me up, so I'm playing extremely aggressive. It pops just in time, and I get a bunch of health back from the ultimate, which helps me survive. I do have a Yules in 5 seconds, so I can use that offensively to cancel any TPs. We bring down the Lina, and the Brewmaster is about to TP out. You can time your silence right after the Yules to disable enemies completely. Alright, so unlike a Shadow Shaman ultimate, for example, Death Prophet ultimate is used for team fights and for pushing. It's very useful to team fight at the opponent's tier 1 towers, where you'll just bring it down right after the team fight if you win. But if you're not close to towers, it's okay, just use your ultimate for team fights. You're not going to have it after the team fight when you're pushing, but it's worth it for the team fight because it does a ton of damage, and since it follows you around, it's just extremely useful. Throughout the game, you want to focus the heroes with high big spells to silence. So for example, it's not really too important that I silence the Troll or the Bounty Hunter, but it is important to try to silence the Brewmaster before he tries to get his ultimate off, or silence the Lina before she does her combo after the Yule Scepter, and maybe Lich. But a lot of times you want to just kind of land your silence on 2 or more heroes that are clumped up together, like here. So even though I don't have my ultimate, we're still pushing, trying to bring down the barracks. We get the tower, which is already a win. And you can dodge the Lina stun after the Yules by using yourself. A lot of times the enemies are not going to expect it, but if you do it over and over and over again, they might adapt to it and save the stun for the second Yules, knowing that you'll use yourself to try to avoid the stun. So again, here I land the double silence, and anytime you can, try to silence more than one enemy, unless it's an extremely important enemy like a Brewmaster blinking it. The opponents are all up, we're disengaging, we don't have any of our spells, and I'm farming. When you're farming like this, try to hit two creep camps like this with your creep swarm. That way you're more efficient at farming. Anytime anybody gets caught out and they're by themselves, then you can just use the solo silence just for them, so they don't cast any spells. My next item is Shiva's. Shiva's is just great for the minus armor aura and the minus attack speed aura, which is great for your team. For Death Prophet, you want to have high HP and you want to have high armor. And if the opponent is highly based magical damage, then you want to have a Hood of Defiance to keep you in the team fight as long as possible. I get jumped on by Troll here, so I use the Yules defensively. And after that, the BKB of the Troll ends, he gets hexed up, and I Spirit Siphon him and we bring him down. At this point, the opponents don't have any buybacks since they just used them about 2 minutes ago when we were pushing their base. So now we can go high ground and finish the game. I do have a refresher shard from the Aegis that was dropped because the Aegis is the Roche was killed 3 times. So you can use the refresher shard to use your ultimate again. The ultimates do not stack up, like for example Razor ultimates, so don't buy a refresher orb to use it two ultis simultaneously. It doesn't work like that. But you can use your ultimate and then after it ends you use your refresher and then you use your ultimate again. That totally works. Alright, so this is a clip from a different game, but a very similar situation. I had a difficult laning phase, but now we're kind of coming back. So I only have 3 items, and this just goes to show how powerful Death Prophet is with just 3 items. So, Ricky jumps me here. He doesn't use smoke fast enough, so I silence him up, and very easy kill. Clockwork is following up, and there's 3 heroes attacking me. I dispel the Orchid with Yules. And now my team is here to catch up. I'm healing a lot with my ultimate attacking the enemies because of Octarine Core. And now that we killed everybody except Terrorblade, we bring him down, but by himself he doesn't do that much. So if you're quick on your feet, you use your silence, and Death Prophet becomes extremely tanky with the Spirit Siphon, the ultimate, and the Octarine Core. And this is why I choose to go Octarine Core either as a 4th item or as a 5th item, because the earlier you get it, the better.